We are here tonight on the show. And we got a lot of news tonight, man. The biggest news, I guess, is the Bella Twins have left WWE, and now they are rebranding themselves to be called the Garcia Twins. So apparently they made this decision a few weeks ago when their contract expired with WWE. They decided that they have, we have our own podcast, we have our own wine and all that stuff they have, and they decided they want to go on themselves and not re-sign with WWE. And so, because obviously you can't, when you're no longer with the company, you can't use the name they gave you, the Bella Twins. I think that's their real last name, the Garcia Twins. I think they also renamed their podcast. It was the Bella Twins podcast. Now it's going to be the Nikki and Brie show. So yeah, they're rebranding everything. Back in January, as you remember, that was supposed to be at least their final appearance for WWE, or it was supposed to be. They didn't even appear, as WWE told them that they had nothing planned for them. And then also that same night was the night that I believe Bayley and Becky Lynch were to have a cage match, and they got cut off due to time. And they went back to their hotels and did a live stream on Instagram complaining about how the WWE doesn't respect women. Like, no one was invited. Outside of them, no one was there. Yeah, that was weird how they didn't invite like Trish and Lita. That was kind of weird how that night they kind of didn't invite anybody. And then supposedly the Bella Twins, who they did invite, they said they had nothing for them. So I think that was the straw that broke the camel's ass. And I think, I guess a few weeks later or months, whatever, their contract expired, and they decided not to resign. Now a lot of people are wondering, are they going to AEW? Who knows? Remember, they were at Revolution a few weeks ago, where they're just there to watch Bryan Danielson fight. That's Brie's husband. Or could they have been there to maybe negotiate, maybe even sign a contract with Tony Khan? Who knows? I think Saraya, formerly known as Paige, actually said, welcome, little girls, or welcome, ladies, on Twitter. Britt Baker, I think she posted a picture of when she met him in like an autograph session when she was younger. So are they coming to AEW? Who knows? Maybe they will. But they have changed their from Bella Twins to the Garcia Twins. And is this just for business outside of wrestling, or is this to eventually make a run at it in AEW as the Garcia Twins? So we'll see. But apparently the Bella Twins are done with WWE. You can't be surprised after everything they said back in January and that live stream. We cannot be surprised this is happening. And we'll see what happens. But all right, time to move on. Good luck to the Bella or the Garcia Twins. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So some other news to come to. So finally, they're saying that probably after WrestleMania. So they're starting to like announce some plans they have for after WrestleMania. And there's a few of them. So this is one of them. They're finally going to turn Butch back into Pete Dunne, which was his original character in NXT before Vince McMahon called him up and turned him into Butch. They're saying this was supposed to happen all the way back in the summer when Triple H first took over. But because of they thought that the whole Brawling Brutes thing with Sheamus and Rich Holland was a success, they decided to keep it for a few months. But now that I guess they feel that has run their course, they're going to finally do it and change him back to Pete Dunne sometime after WrestleMania. So he probably get more serious storylines and maybe a much better singles run as Pete Dunne. So he will be back. So he will be back to Pete Dunne eventually. Like I said yesterday, people backstage, executives, very happy with LA Knight, the reaction he's been getting from the fans. So expect also a big push after WrestleMania for LA Knight. Let me talk to you. Yeah. So we'll see LA Knight, man. He could be getting a potential huge push after WrestleMania. Also, another thing they're talking about is eventually, when maybe as soon as SummerSlam, having that Logan Paul John Cena match. Logan Paul apparently is very interested in this. He's been talking with Triple H about this since like December, right after or November, right after the Roman Reigns, when he said, "You know what? Next, I want John Cena." So they're saying this could happen as soon as SummerSlam, which means then John Cena will continue to wrestle. A lot of people were thinking because how he was crying last week when he came out to the ring, he got super emotional. They're like, is this the final run for John Cena? But there you go. He will wrestle at least one more time, as they are planning a match with Logan Paul at WrestleMania at SummerSlam. All right, LA Knight, let me talk to you. Yeah, supposedly they found some old pictures of him and Becky Lynch supposedly dating. Supposedly these are like pictures of them together, but they look like hugging, flirting. So were Becky Lynch and LA Knight dating before the whole Seth Rollins situation when they were in NXT? Who knows? I thought, how long has LA Knight been in NXT? Or was this maybe when LA Knight was in a different company? I don't know. But those pictures were swarming over the internet about LA Knight and Becky Lynch having some pictures, like if they used to be dating back in the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. All right, let's move on to some other articles. WWE officially inducts the Great Muta into the Hall of Fame. I think he was going to be inducted this year, so congratulations to him, along with Rey Mysterio, and apparently they're saying Stacy Keibler is going to be the next one. They're saying this Hall of Fame because it's going to be very short, not as long as some others, but apparently that's the next one, Stacy Keibler. Let's see here. Kenny Omega did an interview. I think he's talking about his future with AEW. He says, right now, I'm taking things one step at a time. And with this Winnipeg show, it feels like, yeah, this is cool and feels right. And what's next? I don't know, because nothing is spoken to me. And then he goes on to, I think at this point, anything new appeals me. And challenges also always appeal me. So Kenny Omega talking about that he is intrigued and appealed by a WWE run in the future. Yeah, so that seems to be a lot more likely than people think about the whole AEW, the whole Kenny Omega WWE thing. So we'll see what happens. Will Ospreay got hurt. He got a shoulder injury. One of those shows in New Japan, wishing Will Ospreay a speedy recovery. Let's see here. WWE Raw got 1.7 rating. So that it's starting to go down again. After hitting 2 million, the last few shows are 1.8 and 1.7. This week was terrible. I don't blame people, especially the last 2 hours were horrendous. So I don't blame people for not watching. Let's see here. All right. Next article. We have 2 more and then we're done. Again, Butch said to go back to being Pete Dunne once WrestleMania is over. Let's see here. All right, I think one more and then we're done. Let me talk to you. Yeah. So John Moxley, apparently he was supposed to do an indie show. I think it's called Wrestle Crate 7. This has been planned for John Moxley to do for 3 years. And apparently AEW is doing their first live event, which live events are events that are not televised. It's just for the people that go to the show, the fans. It's going to be happening in Toronto this upcoming Saturday. And Tony Khan has told him, I need you to do the show, man. It's the first one. It's huge. I need you to do it. So John Moxley's pissed off because now he can't do this Wrestle Crate 7, whatever it's called, that he's been planning to do for like 3 years. Instead, AEW will send Eddie Kingston and the Bastard Pack to replace John Moxley. But everybody's pissed because also the company, his other company, they had that was going to be their main event, and now they had to change it. And obviously not the same, right? Eddie Kingston and Bastard Pack, that's not even close to John Moxley. So apparently John Moxley's really upset. He really wanted to do this show, and AEW told him, no, it's our first live event in Toronto. We need you there. Also, they said that they're not going to pay them for these, like where WWE does pay the wrestlers for the live events. But apparently, as of right now, it seems like AEW might not do that. Maybe in the future they do. But as of right now, it seems like, see, that's the thing, that you're pulling him out of a show that he's been planning for a long time, where he was going to get paid to do. And now you're putting him on this live event that you're not even going to pay him to do. So I can see why he's frustrated too, because on the other one, even though he wanted to do it, it was also for money. This one, it seems like it just includes, supposedly it's just part of being an AEW wrestler. It's an obligation. There's not going to be extra money for it. So I can see why he was pissed. It's going to be interesting to see. So a lot of these, the reason they like AEW is because of the schedule, the way it is. Other than there's a pay-per-view, they only have to worry about showing up on Wednesdays. And they can do whatever they want with the next of the week. So they have a chance to plan a lot more appearances for other companies, like smaller companies. But now if they start adding live events on the weekends, and they're not even going to pay them for the live events, they're just going to have it be included part of their obligations of being contracted to AEW. That can create a huge problem for AEW if the wrestlers, in a way, start losing money for having to not be able to compete in the indies anymore, because now they got to compete in these live events for AEW and they're not getting paid. So we'll see. That could be an interesting situation going on in the future with AEW and the wrestlers. Some wrestler, Anthony Mayweather, I think, from TNA, got arrested. I'm not sure about that. Drew McIntyre, everybody's giving him applause. They say he's a locker room leader. Every time he's sick or he's hurt, he still finds a way to get out there. They said no matter what's going on with him, if he's not feeling good, he's got an injury, he never goes up and says, hey, I can't compete tonight. I'm not in condition. They said he always finds a way to compete. And so, yeah, and I was talking last night on the live stream. I'm like, I can see them, like, if Cody wins a champion at WrestleMania, I can see maybe Roman Reigns taking some time off. I can see them splitting the titles, having Rhodes keep the WWE one on Raw, and finding a way to put the Universal one on McIntyre, and bringing McIntyre back up again, back to like 2020, 2021, when he was kind of the guy, right, for WWE during that pandemic era. Yeah, I think I can really see them do that, man. It seems like everybody, both Triple H, Vince McMahon, a bunch of people do like McIntyre. Even Roman Reigns has said that he thinks he's the second after him. He would choose him as the second best wrestler in the company right now. Drew McIntyre. He said he loves him. He said that in an interview once. So yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Maybe eventually, if they split the titles, maybe Cody keeps one and maybe McIntyre keeps the other or wins the other. Let's see here, more news. I think we're done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, holla. Let me talk to you.